Okay, so I've had, as some of you know, we bombed a Syrian airbase the other day in response to a chemical attack that was allegedly carried out by Assad. I'll go over that in a minute. But so I've had a slew of, just puffed out chests and condescending questions. That I didn't know how to answer at first because, my faith in Trump was, it was shaking at that point. Like I wasn't happy with it when I first heard about it. Because there's obvious signs that it was a false flag. That's not to say that people didn't actually die. Unfortunately, these days, when somebody says false flag, people automatically think that you're saying that it didn't happen. No, that's not what I'm saying. People died. That happened. I'm not minimizing the issue that people died. I'm saying that it was portrayed to be somebody that it wasn't that did it. That's somebody being Assad, who is so close to victory. So, like pretty much just holding ground right now. Unless some additional outside forces come in to intervene, he's damn near victory. And a peaceful resolution even. So why would he attack his own people? Why would he, drop? Why would he break a UN treaty against chemical weapons, knowing that would trigger the involvement of the United States? Why? He wouldn't. Something worth noting, John McCain was in Syria a few months ago, and that guy's just driving like a jackass. He was in Syria a few months ago on a secret meeting with moderate rebels, also known as ISIS. It's just that what we had to call them when Obama started arming them in 2013, because, when he wanted to... Okay, so, go back to 2013. Obama wanted to enter the Syria war with U.S. troops on the ground, take Assad out. The U.S. said, no way. So what did he do? He found a way around it and started arming moderate rebels. Which once again is ISIS, Al-Qaeda, Rajahideen, I think is what it's called. All the same people. So a lot of people are criticizing Trump because back then he was he put out some tweets saying if we enter Syria, we go to war with Syria, then it's not going to be anything but more debt and needless death. And so people are pointing to this, pointing to that tweet and his actions in bombing Syria, and saying he's hypocritical. No. That tweet occurred before we were arming people at war in there. When you arm one side of a war, but not the other, it's an act of war. You're as good as in the war. You are officially a viable target for the other side of that war. So, we're already at war with Syria. We may not be officially deployed in Syria, but by arming the people that are fighting in one side of that war, we are at war with Syria already. So, he didn't enter Syria. He continued. Whatever happened to all you Obama apologists saying he inherited this war? Whatever happened to that excuse? You like to use that a lot when Obama invaded or bombed Yemen, Somalia, Iraq, Afghanistan, obviously, Libya. I feel like I'm missing somebody. But yeah. So, and for all you people free, each one of those missiles costs $800,000. You just shut the fuck up. You don't know what you're talking about, because it's not like he had to go like withdraw or take a loan out in order for that to happen. He didn't increase the national debt by anything, because the defense budget is billions. Those missiles altogether cost a few million. Yeah, it was expensive, on our terms. The military, that was pea shooting. That was nothing. Like, and I didn't hear your discontent when Obama, last year, over 20,000 of those missiles. 20,000. So, unless you were on the forefront of the anti-war, anti-Obama, because let's face it, the two are pretty much synonymous. Unless you were on the forefront of that, social media bitching, shut the fuck up. Because you're out of your element. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. And you have no right to complain. Especially to people who actually pay attention to politics more than every 4 years. Let's see here. Yeah. Just because the media chooses to somewhat do their job now and report on everything the president does, even if he's just like, he can order a he could ask for a Snickers bar and get called a racist. That's what the media is doing right now. But hey, at least they're covering his stuff. At least they're making people aware of what's going on, even if they're not accurately depicting it. But as far as the attack itself, the chemical attack, John McCain was in Syria a few months ago talking with rebels. He was also in Syria talking with the rebels a few months before the last two chemical attacks that were supposedly carried out by Assad. So, I don't know. Correlation does not mean causation. I realize that, so I'm open to, I'm not saying it was the deep state, but man, all these people who are so against Trump really loved this action for some reason. Whoa. What? There's a fucking car right there, man. Fuck you. You're gonna ride my ass or you're gonna ride his ass? Make up your mind, asshole. But and there was an attack in Syria. There's something that they broadcast on NBC that had the like filming inside of a cave hospital. It's fake as fuck. Seriously, go watch it again. Look, seriously, it's like that video is 100% fake. And the white helmets, I'm coming to find out, I was won over by the propaganda too. I thought that white helmets were people that went and like helped people and they do they do allegedly help people, but they are part of ISIS. They are not the humanitarian, selfless individuals, and a lot of their shit is very staged as well. Go ahead and Google around for that. There's plenty of evidence for it. But yeah. So that being the case, let's say it was a false flag carried out by whoever, rebels in the name of the deep state, whatever. Then I should be mad at Trump, right? I was at first. I was not happy about the decision to bomb the airfield until I looked at the details of the airfield, what it was housing. It was housing chemical weapons that Assad had was supposed to surrender and destroy after the last chemical attack in the region. He had surrendered them, but they weren't destroyed. They were still sitting around. So the airstrike got rid of that. Something that was already going to be destroyed anyways. In addition to that, he gave the heads up for Russia and Syria to get their people and aircrafts out of there, as to not be like an official declaration of war. This was all for show. Now, don't get me wrong, there was still some very detrimental consequences from the point of view of Russia. Lost a very strategic ground that was protecting, some Christian cities, but no casualties that I'm aware of yet. And at the same time, completely destroys all of you Russia agent morons. I'm sorry, there's really no other word for it. If you think Trump is a Russian spy, you're a moron. That's all there is to it. Because there hasn't been a shred of evidence, and you're buying into it. But at the same time, there's congressional evidence openly being discussed in Congress for those that actually want to watch at the source, involving Obama monitoring Trump campaign. Yet media's not talking about that. What happened to that? What happened to that? There's lots of evidence. It's conclusive evidence. But no, it's all Russia. Trump is a Russian spy. But yeah, this airstrike totally kind of shut all those people up. Got rid of any possibility of, him being a Russian agent. If he is, he's been disavowed by now because Russia is threatening him if he does something like that again. And, well, I mean, worst Russian agent ever. But yeah, on top of that, the best part of it all, the most baller move that I think I've ever heard. When all this was going on, Trump was supposed to be having dinner with the Chinese president. He walks in an hour late, keeps the guy waiting an hour. You know how they say keep him waiting. He walks in an hour late to a dinner with one of the most powerful people in the world to break the news of, oh, I'm sorry I'm late. I had to bomb this place. Do you realize what a mindfuck that is? How much, he just got inside the head of somebody who probably thought that they were going to waltz, be able to walk all over Trump because he's got no military experience. And yeah, that's some straight Tony Montana, Al Pacino, Marlon Brando shit right there. And then just casually, carries on. So yeah, sorry, I just had to blow this place up. He doesn't talk about the fact that, he got all the people out of there. He was being humanitarian about it. So that whole dinner, Chinese president's going around in his head. Yeah, I'm sorry. If you can't see the strategic beauty in that, I don't even know why you're watching this channel anymore. But hey, if you do like this random rambling on forever, go ahead and hit the like button down there, a little thumbs up. And go ahead and subscribe if you like me or my dogs in my face. All right, I gotta get out of here. They said we're parked. Let's go. Yeah. Be sure to like and subscribe. Catch you later.